I'm back, as promised. Okay, so when trying to curse someone you can't touch or get a tag lock from or get anywhere near them, there are steps. You can make what's called a cursing powder. There are various herbs that go in it. If you're interested, let me know. I will share them. At the moment, I'm trying to keep the video kind of short, so I will show you. One thing that goes in it, into mine, this lid is tight, that I don't always tell people, is a bit of ancestor dust from the ashes of my ancestors. You can see what it looks like. It's just an herb powder. Oops. And it only takes a pinch, about that much, right at your intended target's doorstep, vehicle, place they walk, people they surround themselves with, if nothing else, a chair they sit on, a table they might use, anything. It takes literally not even a fingernail full of a pinch. That's it. That's all it takes. Now, what the difference is what did you put into this powder? What's your intention? What is it you're expecting to come of it? I think that's the most important thing. It is about intention. It is about imagination. It is about what you can do, because there may be a situation where there's not a lot you can do. So you may find yourself in a precarious place where you can't get a tag lock, or you know, you can't be obvious. You have to be extremely sneaky about it. It can be done. It can be done. Another one is to make an actual cursing powder for a specific person out of herbs. This is a specific powder for a specific person, and it does have a tag lock in it, and it does only go after that one person, whereas a different type of powder might go after anyone you were to use it for. This is specific to a certain person. You can see there's quite a bit here because I don't plan on not using it. I plan on every day making sure that this puppy is dispersed. Again, very tiny amount. It doesn't take much. A tiny, tiny amount. Just like that. Blown at the direction, the area, the porch. It doesn't take much. And last but not least, I did do an actual jar. Many herbs. There's a petition or two in here. There are tag locks in here. There are many things that I wanted to make happen. So what are the things you can make happen without actually being in touch or contact? My feeling is that someone who is trying to go after you in a mental way, you should go back at them in a mental way. Someone is trying to go at you in a physical way, you go back at them in a physical way. Personally, my advancement towards me has been very mental, very, I'm trying to look for the right words, but it has taken a lot of my energy because I can't seem to keep my focus off that person. And I've realized now that this is coming from someone I know they had in their corner who's been working on me from that side. And I've taken care of it. There is no more approaching me. But up until this point, I've been quite consumed. And I realized what was happening. But it did take me a while. It's been a month or two. So it did take me a while. Got the protections up. I'm good to go. I'm not being manipulated anymore. But this person does not realize they are dealing with a 30-year practicing witch. There's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of imagination. There's a lot of energy built up. And there is a lot of work that I have practiced that I know can work. Now, these things that I'm talking to you about are recent. They are not things I have normally used, because this is my Miller High Life. Not that I have normally used, because I've always been able to get to or get tag locks or work from a different approach. But I've not had that ability with this certain person, who I'm just going to be quite open is a neighbor who's bringing me a lot of grief as far as energy goes. And I have decided not to use magic against this person for a very long time for various reasons, but I have gotten tired of the games and the constant coming at me. So, and I don't mean just in a magical sense. I mean coming at me. Just, you know, constant complaints to the manager, constant, you know, taking pictures of my area. I mean, it's gotten absolutely insane, you guys. And I have decided I am done sitting back and being the passive girl, and I'm no longer going to do it. So things are coming to fruition on my end, and it's because I really felt like I had no other choice. I do not recommend cursing just to curse. I do not recommend cursing because you... And I don't even consider this cursing. I'm sorry, but I believe cursing takes years. I believe cursing takes a lot of energy, a lot of work, and years. I consider this hexing. Short term, quick, to the point. Doesn't take me years and years of a lot of energy. It doesn't take me going into it on a daily basis. Do I feed my powder daily? Yes, both of them. Do I feed my spell daily? Yes, I do. But this is not a ton of energy. This is a 3-minute process and I'm over it. So it's just something to keep in mind. There is a difference between cursing and hexing, and I was getting off on the wrong foot there calling it cursing, because it's not cursing. Cursing takes years, but it is hexing, and I've just grown tired of the games and so on. So I'm fighting back the way I know how to fight, which is basically with magic. If you have any questions about the video, about the powders, you want to know any more information, please text me, send me a message, leave me a comment. You know that I'm quite open and willing to help. My Facebook is wide open, Candy Lunea Payne. You can message me at any time on Messenger. You can contact me on Skype under Candy Lunea Payne or Candy Payne. And I'm willing to help anyone. I'm not asking for a fee. I'm just saying, here I am. I have some info. If you're interested, let me know. I can tell you key ingredients in these powders. Mustard seed ground up. Clove ground up, because you want to keep your own protections up, and you need to grind that clove. And clove, either you need to use a powder, which many people do to kind of cheat, but you can use your own mortar and pestle and really grind that up for extra protection. And the more energy you put into something by grinding it, of course, the more you're getting out of it. So I highly recommend doing it yourself. But if you're just not at a place, or you don't have a mortar and pestle, maybe throw in some clove powder. Rosemary is in here. Poppy seed is in here. Juniper berries crushed up very finely are in here. And the juniper berries bring forth the work of your ancestors. There is my ancestors' dust in here, ashes. It brings forth the ancestor helping you with this process. Juniper berries bring forth spirit and ancestors working with you in this process. Mustard seed, sulfur, those are natural cursing or hexing agents. Let me see what else is in here. I'm trying to think. Poppy seed is another one that's a natural cursing or hexing agent. There is some nightshade in here. There is some mandrake in here. There is some angelica and some agrimony. All help with powering spells and help with hexing. Another one that's in here is coffee to speed it. It's pepper to speed it. Red peppers, red chili peppers to speed it so that it happens quickly, so that we're not waiting forever and ever and ever for this to take hold. Same thing with this one. There's not much in here that isn't in here. The difference is this is specifically designed for a specific person. This is just a hexing powder, a cursing powder. This is specifically designed for my neighbor, being specifically used for her on a daily basis. So that's the difference, and the only difference. As far as the spell goes, for hexing, you're going to want to write out exactly what it is you want on a piece of paper, a parchment. You're going to want to sign it 3 times crossways. You're going to want to turn it to the left, not the right, and sign it 3 times crossways. You're going to want to fold it away from you. Away from you. You're getting rid of this person and their crap. So then you're going to insert it in the jar with the tag lock if you're able to get one. If not, with their name. You want to be sure to have their name. Maybe even a picture if you have the ability. Some of us do have the ability to get pictures. So that helps a whole lot, trust me. And then, again, it is back to herbs. I highly recommend that you get a cursing book or a hoodoo book or something to help with herbs. But, again, mustard seed, sulfur, poppy seed, some rosemary for your own soft protection, some clove for your own hard protection, some sage for your own protection. These are not to protect them. These are to protect you, to keep that veil up so there's nothing that can penetrate. When you are dishing out, there's nothing that can dish back. Excuse me. Maybe a sigil or two. Excuse me, a sigil or two in there. Again, a tag lock, if you have the ability to get one. A tag lock would be something like a piece of hair, a piece of paper that they've left behind, a wrapper from something, a cigarette butt, chewing gum, just anything you can get from the piece of clothing, whatever you can get from this person, that's considered a tag lock that ties them into that spell. This has tag lock in it and is specifically oriented to that person, whereas this one is just a cursing powder or hexing powder and has no actual tag lock in it. And so I hope this has helped. I hope it's helped you. There are many spells all over the place for getting rid of neighbors, but I find that the best way to really work on a neighbor, I'm not trying to get rid of, but trying to shut the hell up and get off my back, is probably something I've written myself and pushed myself. And so I encourage you to do this yourself if you can. But if you can't or you have no knowledge of, get a good cursing book. Get something about hexing or something about hoodoo so that you can learn what you need to do for self-defense. Because in my opinion, I am not going after. I am self-defending the crap that has been coming at me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you guys. I'm coming back in a few minutes. I have a couple more things I want to share with you, and I'll see you soon. I'll be in the same clothing. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you. Remember, you're divine sacred beings of light and love. I love each and every one of you with all my heart. I miss you guys. Please have a blessed day. Bye.